give it up for your other host, Peggy Walkush. Alrighty, it is so nice to be here in front of an LGBTQIABC audience. I mean, that's awesome. You know, and I have to say, you know, like what it sounds like for Chrissy, you know, I am kind of an old school lesbian, so I came out in the 80s, and really there were only two options. It's like, hey, you're either a lesbian or you're straight, and make a choice. There were, you know, a few very brave bi people who would say, hey, I'm bisexual, but we didn't take them seriously. We're like, no, they're either straight or they're gay. And bisexuality is just kind of the interchange between hetero hell and homo heaven. So that's what we believed. I mean, we're very strict lesbians, you know. We were like, get on with it, get on the team. You're with us or you're against us. And I mean, we even had a uniform. We had to wear like the whitewashed jeans and a flannel shirt. And either tennis shoes or Birkenstocks, depending on the season. And then a mohawk. So, you know, basically, I mean a mullet, not a mohawk. So, like, I had my sides shaved, and then I had the top straight up and long in the back, kind of Andre Agassi style. Anybody remember him? So, yeah, I rocked that mullet. So, you know, that was the way it was coming out. And, you know, I admire the young people because for me, coming out, people say, when did you come out? And I say, what time is it? Because, like, are we really ever completely out? Like, sure, everybody knows that Jan and I are a couple and we're married. But if there was a big, thank you for that. If there was a big group of white supremacists marching down the street, I would not be holding her hand. And I would be like, honey, if they come after us, every woman for herself, I'll meet you behind Taco Bell. I mean, I'm not that out, you know? You know, when I grew up in Yinzerville, small town, Belle Vernon, southwest of here, there were no, you know it, Rock Valley area? All right. There were no gay people there, as you know. There were no gay role models. I didn't even know gay. So there was nothing for me even to relate to. So it was a very difficult and long process for me. You know, I really envy the young people today because they just come out of the womb, you know, gay. It's like, I'm here, I'm queer, get used to it, coming out of the womb. And I imagine the gay men have some kind of flourish. I'm here. And the little baby dykes have like a tool belt over there. They're like, I could build that crib now, Mom and Dad, just point me to it. We're ready to go. Wasn't that way. Although, probably not really for millennials because Chrissy, I'm sorry, but I disagree with you. I don't think millennials do like labels. Like, my friend's daughter, Janet, started dating a woman. I'm like, Janet, that's awesome, you're a lesbian. She's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm just seeing a woman. And I'm like, well, okay, what do you call it? And she goes, why do we need labels? And I'm like, so we know who we are? You need a label, and you need a uniform. Do you have one? I was really worried for her. She did not. They don't have uniforms, they don't have labels. Now, sure, there were some clues when I was growing up that I was probably a lesbian, but back then I didn't know to recognize them. Now I see them. I mean, I was a tomboy. I had crushes on the women teachers, not the men. And I wrote fan letters to Olivia Newton-John and Helen Reddy. Anybody remember Helen Reddy? She's the one that had, I am woman, or she's a very handsome woman. That's how you describe her. That's who I was writing a fan letter to at 12. Like, come on, why didn't my mom just like say, honey, you're a lesbian, you're writing to Helen Reddy. So I didn't know, I didn't have a clue. So then I started playing softball. And this is a statistic. If you play women's softball for more than 3 years, there is a 78% chance you're a lesbian. Now, granted, I just made that statistic up, but it is true. And I not only played softball in junior high and high school, I played summer softball. That means in between playing softball in school, I was like, hey, I'll play more softball. If you play summer softball, there 50% chance you're a lesbian. So played in the summer league, and that was where I had my first big crush. Her name was Diane. She played shortstop, I played third base. She would sing to me while we played. And she had long, flowing black hair like Joan Jett. And she wore a black leather jacket, and she rode a Harley to practice. She was my own personal Fonzie. If anybody remembers that. And you got, you know, the music playing. Some of you will get that. But I didn't know I was gay. I didn't know she was gay. So, I mean, I just was like, she's really cool. I would like to ride on her motorcycle. So, you know, nothing really happened other than her singing to me. And it was just like, you know, we were just young, innocent girls who would play softball together. And then after the game, our coach would buy us a keg, and we would sit back in the pavilion behind left field and drink beer and wrestle in the grass. It was so innocent. My wife Jan, we were talking once and when we were first dating, and I told her about this, and she said, "You said there were no clues that you were a lesbian." I'm like, "Yeah, we wrestled in the grass." She's like, "That didn't make you think?" I'm like, "No." And it wasn't, in fact, until I went to college. I came home one weekend and I ran into Diane in a bar. After many more drinks, she took me back to her place and she kissed me. And I remember waking up the next day and being like, no, this is not happening. I am not gay. This was not part of my plan. I wonder what Diane's doing. No, not gay, not happy. This ends here. That was a pretty good kiss. So anyway, the makeout sessions continued until one day we were talking on the phone and I said, "You've never told anyone about this, have you?" And she said, "Oh yeah, I told my best friend Sally." And I'm like, "Really? What did Sally say?" She said it's fine. She thinks it's cool. She said sometimes when she gets lonely, she'll put peanut butter between her legs and let her dog lick it. I said, "What?" So she thinks it's okay that we kiss because she has sex with her dog? I was like, I was done. I ghosted her, graduated college, moved to California to start my straight life. I'm like, I am scared straight. No doggy sex for me. So I moved to California and I started a job and big company, and then I joined the company softball team. Do I need to finish this story? I don't think I do. Anyway, no. So, you know, that's the way it went. But, you know, I want to dispel some myths about gay people that you might all have. Not the gay people of you, but some of our straight allies, okay? Some people think there is this big gay agenda, right? We all have a secret email that we all email each other about the gay agenda. I mean, believe me, I am on every email list. Okay, Wayfair, Bed Bath & Beyond. If there was a gay agenda email list, I would be on it. There is not one. And my only gay agenda is to nap every day at 3:30. Some people think that all lesbians hate men. I'm like, no, I like men. Men are cool. I like to play sports with them. They lift heavy shit for me. And I don't have to sleep with them. It's like the best of all worlds. Like straight girls, when I Netflix and chill with one of my guy friends, we actually watch TV and chill on the couch. Like, doesn't get any better than that. And I do love my gay brothers, but I am a little jealous. I will say, no, not because of the penis. We can go buy one of those. It's because they all are so, like, good-looking and built. And they're always laughing, and they have this great joy of life. And lesbians are super serious by and large. I don't know why, we just are. So, example. A couple years ago, I was living in San Diego, and a bunch of us lesbians went out for Easter brunch at this really fun bar called Hamburger Mary's. Very gay-friendly party. Yeah. So, you know it. So we're sitting there, and of course we all open the menus, and you would hear things from our table like, I wonder if they'll substitute the veggie patty for the burger. Or, I don't want to eat the chips. Those are greasy. Will someone else eat them because I don't want them to go to waste? And then I look over and I see this table full of gay guys. They are dressed to the nines. and they're all wearing really creative Easter bonnets. They've got like things hanging from them, and they're laughing, and they're like ordering shots. Cut back to our table. We're over our brunch. We're talking about what doctors are best should you need a body part replacement. Oh, he's really good at knees. Oh, she's great at hips. Cut back to the gay guys. They're now doing shots, and they're playing, they're now exchanging hats, bonnets, Easter bonnets. Cut back to our table, and the one, there's always like a designated financial accountant of the lesbian table. And she pulls out her abacus, and she's figuring out the check to tell everyone to the penny what you owe. So nobody's short. Over to the guys. They haven't even ordered their food yet. They are just having a good time, and I'm like, I want to be at that table. I want to be a gay man. All right, now in defense of lesbians, we do have a double household where both of us make 70 cents on the dollar of every man. So I think we have a reason for being serious, right? We're on a budget. And on that, I am a feminist. Do we have other feminists here? Hashtag I'm with her, hashtag time's up, hashtag equal pay today, hashtag me too. Now, I felt a little bad, the whole Me Too thing, because I've never been the kind of woman who walks down the street and gets like whistled at by construction workers. That's just never been me. And nor have I been one who gets sent dick pics. And twat shots aren't a thing. So I don't get those. So like the Me Too thing came out, and I'm like, I want to be there for my sisters. I want to post some story. But I didn't have one. Then one day I'm walking down the street in Upper Lawrenceville, sure enough, and I hear this guy go, "Woo-hoo, baby, I'm going to get some of that." And I turn around and I see this scraggly looking, he looked like one of the ZZ Top dudes, hanging off his balcony, and I give him my best, "I'm a lesbian feminist, don't mess with me, look." And he looks me right in the eye and he goes, "Not you, the girl behind you." What? Excuse me? And all of a sudden I'm like, "Peggy, no, that's a good thing. You don't want him to catcall." I'm like, "But, oh yeah, how about this? How about some of that? And you got to catcall for me." And I'm like, "No, you're a feminist, you don't." So anyway, here he was, like trying to retract his catcall. Like he was really concerned that he cleared up this misunderstanding, but I'm like, "Oh no, buddy, you're not taking this one back. You catcall, I was in the vicinity, I'm claiming this one, hashtag me too."